हाय गाइस, गुड मॉर्निंग। आज का लास्ट दिन है एम्स्टर्डम में और हम लोग जाने वाले हैं जान से स्कैन में। तो ये है ट्रेन जिससे मैं जा रही हूँ एम्स्टर्डम सेंटर। मेरे होटल से मैं एम्स्टर्डम एयरपोर्ट तक मैं उनके बस में आई और फिर वहाँ से मैं ट्रेन में जा रही हूँ सेंट्रल तक और फिर सेंट्रल से 10 मिनट्स वॉक है। लुक एट द वेदर, इट्स रेनिंग हियर। ये ट्रेन खाली है मोस्टली आज सैटरडे भी है। यहाँ पे टैक्सीज भी एकदम मर्सिडीज है, टेस्ला है जो अपने इंडिया में अभी तक आई भी नहीं है। तो वी आर वॉकिंग टुवर्ड्स आवर पिकअप पॉइंट। बारिश में भीगते हुए चल के जा रहे हैं अपने स्टॉप तक।
6 मिनट है यहाँ से।
6 मिनट है और आज बारिश हो रही है काफी। मौसम अचानक सा बदल गया है। सो वी आर गोइंग। हम लोग ये बस में जाने वाले हैं तो चलो जाते हैं। Look at the beautiful view here. Look at the houses. They are so beautifully maintained and nice. And look at the bridge. So nice it is looking. The flowers, the water, everything is very, very beautiful. This here are also different colors. Black, brown, green and very beautiful. और ये सामने चर्च है और इधर सिर्फ 1700 पीपल रहते हैं। तो वो मार्किंग तक पानी आया था
1916 में।
There is a white plate and you can see it says how high the water level rose during the 1916 flood.
तो हम लोग चीज फार्म पहुंचे हुए हैं। हम लोग अंदर जाके चीज का टेस्टिंग करेंगे और अच्छा रहेगा तो ले भी लेंगे। Come on, let's go to the cheese farm.
Does everyone speak English?
Yes.
Okay, very well. Are we complete? Everyone? We are here at the Jacobshoeve, and this is the farm where the history of Henri Willig began. Henri was born here, and he grew up at the farm, at the dairy farm. But in 1974, he decided that he wanted to make cheese together with his wife Riet. And back in the days, Henri would make 30 cheeses per day, the traditional method. And he started to experiment later on. He also started to make cheese with goat and sheep milk. Because in the Netherlands, we only had cows. Everything was cow milk cheese. But he was a creative person, so he decided to make different types of cheese. And he also decided to add in herbs and spices and different flavors. And today, in the factory here, also at the farm, we make 15,000 cheeses per day. So a lot has changed. And old man with a grey beard, that is Henri. He's probably driving around with the grass mower. So he's still taking care of the surroundings, and his son is a CEO. He lives upstairs. And I will explain to you how we make cheese the traditional method. So we make Gouda cheese. Maybe you know Gouda, but we call it Gouda. Yes, for the Gouda recipe, we use full fat milk. We put 300 liters of full fat milk in the tank, and we heat it until 30 degrees Celsius. And then when the temperature is right, we add in rennet and the starter culture. The rennet is an enzyme that makes the milk become thick. And the starter culture is what gives the authentic flavor to the cheese. Every farm has its own starter culture, a bacteria culture, and it is a very secret recipe. We don't know the recipe, only the cheesemaker does. And that is also why in different countries cheese is so very different, because there are other bacteria living there. Are there any vegetarians here? So, and we still have the traditional cheese with the traditional rennet, this one. And the smoked cheese, But all the other cheeses are with a modern rennet that is made from bacteria, so that is vegetarian. And the vegetarians can recognize the vegetarian cheese by a green V. So, yeah, just to be clear. So we have added in our rennet and our starter culture, and after half an hour the milk becomes thick like a pudding, and we cut it with these knives. And after cutting, it looks like this. We have 10% cheese curds and 90% whey. And we only use the curds to make the cheese. So to make 1 kilo of cheese, you need 10 liters of milk. And the cheese curds are put into the mold and they are pressed. Back in the days, we used wooden ones. Today in the factory, we have plastic ones that are easier to clean. And then they go to the press. And here you see the traditional press. They are being pressed for 4 hours. And the water part is coming out. And the whey, the water that we don't use to make the cheese, is very healthy. You probably know whey protein. It is used for sport drinks, animal food, cosmetics, medicine. It is better than Botox because I'm 100 years old and I drink it. Used to make beer. We sell beer with whey, which is really nice. So after pressing the cheeses, we put them in a salt bath that consists of 20% salt and 80% water. And they are in there for 24 hours. The salt is what helps with the preservation of the cheese, so we don't have to add in anything else. And also gives a salty flavor to the cheese that is typical for the Gouda cheese. After waiting 1 day, we plastify the cheeses and we put them on the shelves. You have probably noticed that these are for decoration purposes. The real cheeses are maturing in a cold place. You will see real cheeses over there. And through the plastic layer, the cheese can still breathe. So water, we call it breathing. Water can evaporate, which makes the cheese drier when it gets older, but also more flavorful. And a young cheese has been matured for 4 weeks. In order to stop the maturing process, we put a wax layer around it so that the cheese stops breathing, and then it stays that age. So we have 4-week-old cheeses with cow, goat, sheep milk. We have 4-week-old cheeses with pesto, truffle, herbs and garlic, cumin. And then we also have the golden ones. They are the 4-month-old cheese. And you will notice that when it's 4 months old, it becomes a little drier and has more flavor. Then we have the 1-year-old cheese. And after 1 year, a lot has changed with the structure. And this is not a sausage, it's a smoked cheese. So it is naturally brown because of the oak wood fire. It has a little bit of a barbecue taste. And because they wanted to enjoy their cheese for as long as possible. Nice for your sandwich, and it also contributes to the flavor of the cheese. And they also invented the grater for your pizza, pasta, and all your Italian dishes.
Nice.
You can easily travel with the cheeses. If you are going outside of Europe, you cannot take this cheese. This is the one without packaging. It is a farmer's cheese that is made with raw milk, and it is still maturing. It only has a plastic layer. This one must be 2 years old. We have younger ones in the store. So the one without any packaging is the raw milk farmer's cheese that you cannot take outside of Europe. All the other cheeses can be taken outside of Europe. And you can keep them outside of the fridge for 1 month and inside for 4 months. So thank you very much.
So this is the store, and we are inside the store, and there are so many varieties of cheese here, which is really very nice and tasty. We tasted some. Look at the varieties: white, yellow, red, orange. There are many types of cheese here. If you see, this is smoked cheese. This was also very tasty. Henri's cheese. There are many varieties of cheese here: purple, orange, yellow, white, and very tasty. Must visit place. Please like, share, subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for the next vlog. Thank you.